Well, before I came to Boston, I kind of grew up all over the country, actually. And I wanted to do some research on that, so I went and talked to my father, and I asked him about his grandfather. And it turned out he had never met his great-grandfather, because when his older brother was born, my great-grandpa thought that it would behoove him to hop on the first freight train out of Tucumcari, New Mexico, and head back to St. Joseph, Missouri to see his only grandson. And that's what he attempted to do. He grabbed onto the train for a moment, lost his grip, ended up on the tracks, and that was it for my great-grandpa. So my great-grandfather was a hobo. Apparently not a very good one. But he was a hobo, and his son took after his dad, so my grandpa, when he was a teenager, he would ride the rails with his pint of whiskey tucked in his pocket and leave grandma to fend for herself. And she did, too. My aunt was fathered by grandpa's brother. Then on mom's side of the family, religious conviction goes way back. In the late 1600s, great-grandpa, to the nth degree, he was run out of Europe for his preaching. His grandson was a conscientious objector in the Revolutionary War. And today, my cousins, they keep the faith by living simply, riding in buggies and staying out the way of progress. So all I inherited from my family was this bad set of Scottish genes and a streak of Amish conviction to do battle with it. But that's not exactly true, because there is this streak of solitude, and in those moments of silence, the sermons and the slamming beers, they all make sense. In China, I would revere this as the ancestors speaking through me. The ancestors, the honorable and the assholes, debating, each imparting the wisdom they had found, desperate for me to express it, and in so doing to honor them. But this ain't China, and this isn't the dead people speak through blood will get you certified crazy like a way if you talk about it. So fourth or fifth generation, my brothers and I, we cling to our Euro, Afro-Asian roots as if it was us instead in the boat. We fly the flag of ethnic pride, forgetting that now we are North American. And not hearing what the ancestors in our blood have to say, to symbolically we embrace the heritage we are creating, writing our history in sound bites and in headlines, and hoping, praying to be heard in our children's blood. And you know what? Turns out that's true. My daughter grew up listening to me do that poem, performing around in places like this. As soon as she turned 18, she thought about high school or college for about 5 minutes, and then started hopping on freight trains. I said, come on, what about a little college credit? And she said, Dad, it's a family tradition.